to the next step, right? I think there's a situation where the government drives a lot of money into the economy via policies that are predicated on MMT, right? This idea that we actually don't need to pay back the debt, the deficit myth kind of concept, but then there's the mechanism to pull money out of the economy in order to control inflation. Like all of the MMT thesis is that when inflation runs hot, we have a method to pull money out of the economy, and that method is taxation, right?
Yeah. Well,
but that requires the buy-in of those with capital to pay their taxes. So
I think I understand this better now. Look, MMT only works if money's free, and money's free right now, basically. Now, if the government could just issue perps, again, it would be okay until people scratch their head and said, look, we've issued all these perps, but is it really that easy? Somebody's got to buy them. Who wants to buy a 1% perp while they, for people who don't know, a perpetual bond. So MMT doesn't work as a construct unless rates are zero. And the only reason they're talking about it is because they've gotten away with all this money printing for so long and they haven't taken the printing press. It would be perfectly perverse from a historical standpoint is at the very moment in time the bond market bond buyers were ready to start scratching their heads and maybe taking the printing press away from the Fed, from a euphemistic way I like to say it, at the time they just decided to come with MMT. So MMT can't. I mean, I've listened to her presentations. She's a very good speaker, but I mean, I think the idea is insane, personally.
Well, everyone that could work should have work, and that we should pay them for doing that work, and whether that work is productive or otherwise. Anyway, there's some validity to it. The problem is that it puts the distribution of the work of the productivity into a government conduit, which I think has never really kind of had a lot of success at allocating capital.
Right. I didn't mean that when I said it's insane, I don't mean that the idea of trying to do all these good things is insane. The idea that you can just, purely monetize them.
Print your way to prosperity.
I mean, it looks like you can because we've gotten away with that. Like Paul Singer said, I mean, for 10 years, the central banks got away with it. They shouldn't have, but they did. And so now now they think that they could get away with whatever. And again, they're not going to get away with MMT. I don't believe. I mean, they might try to do it, but it's going to lead to big trouble, I think. This
kind of extends the whole taxation item is an interesting one when you think about the decentralized currency arena. And so how would you, if you're going to decentralize a currency, how do you tax that in order to fund the various programs that society might want to run? Does everyone volunteer?
The point about MMT is it disconnects, it severs the relationship between spending and taxation, right? And so this to me is the most remarkable dimension of this whole MMT conversation that people don't seem to be interested in discussing. But I mean, I think that in the end, the idea is that you're going to control inflation through taxation. And I just think that by the time we get to that point, then no one is going to believe that taxes matter since they don't directly fund anything. So really, you're just taking my wealth for an arbitrary purpose that has no connection to the real economy. So I disagree.